Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Friday, October 13th, 2017. Oh yeah, Friday the 13th today. And in our tech news, well, iOS 11 is slowly, gradually installing on iPads and iPhones. Well, it's now around 45% of all the devices, and that's a much slower upgrade than iOS 10, which was a slower upgrade than iOS 9. And at the same time, iOS 10 was at 58.6% of devices. Seems people are not as, happy to get iOS 11 really fast. And with all the problems we've heard too, I think it's a safe bet that if you wait, I think it's not a bad idea at all. And in other news, we have Samsung that's reporting a record $12.8 billion profit for the third quarter of 2017. Phone sales are great, but the big amount of money is coming from components, Samsung being a big electronics component maker. And even though all of that is going well, the CEO of Samsung is actually in kind of a scandal and has resigned from the company, being head of the company. So this is going to be interesting to see who will replace and what will be the future of Samsung. Well, Microsoft Edge, according to NSS Labs, which is a well-known security company that actually looks at all sorts of security solutions and the security and software, says that in a test that they've been doing, they went to 36,120 websites, or actually they went to websites that had a total of 36,120 phishing attempts. And they looked at what browser fared the best between Edge, Chrome, and Firefox. Well, Edge is number one by really a good margin. 92.3% of all phishing attempts were actually blocked by Edge, while Chrome had 74.6% and Firefox 61.1%. So this means that Edge seems to be really good at actually blocking phishing attempts and knowing that the website you're actually being sent to or the file that you're downloading is actually something you shouldn't do. So this is pretty cool. And talking of Edge, well, it is now available on Android. Yep, last week they had released the iOS preview version of Microsoft Edge browser. Well, since yesterday, you can now get the Microsoft Edge browser preview in Android also. And it's still in preview mode. But we'll be talking about that probably a little later today. I'll be posting a video of my impressions of Android on Android on Android, Edge on Android, and we'll be talking about what I think of this browser. Well, it's been a little bit controversial. The Pirate Bay had, of course, for 24 hours permitted Bitcoin mining on your computer when you were visiting the website. They stopped doing it, and now they're actually doing it again. And they say that it's there to stay. They've tweaked it so that the process doesn't take as much power on your CPU as it did before. But it brings a question. Is it, or how is it, legal to use your computer without consent to do, for example, Bitcoin mining? Of course, the question of legality is a little cloudy when you actually think that Pirate Bay is itself something that's pretty much illegal in what it does. But kind of interesting question here. Can a website do something like that without your consent legally? Well, it seems that not just Equifax is now having fake Flash Player updates. Its rival TransUnion is also getting Flash Player updates, fake pages. So it would seem, and of course Equifax was really quick to say yesterday, we have not been hacked a second time. It really seems that it's a ad network that probably both TransUnion and Equifax use that has been, of course, compromised. And so fake Flash update ads are actually being displayed. Well, Google CEO Sundar Pichai says that the company will pledge $1 billion in helping train workers for high-tech jobs. They say that the United States is in a dire situation, need a lot more people that know what they're doing in technology, and that with $1 billion they hope to actually train enough workers to maintain the US advance in tech jobs at Google and of course other companies. So this is kind of cool. Well, a interesting last bit of news here. So it all starts in Australia. A man dies, and now when they actually find his phone and all of this, they notice that there's a unsent text message. In it is a will, and he says that he wishes to leave all his money, everything, to his brother. Now, the wife that found this, and of course the brother that knows about it, says, well, no, this is not legal because it's unsent. So that means that it's not a valid will. And of course, all of that went to court. Reason why you should have a will that is really working well. Well, the judge told the wife, even if it's unsent, in the clarity of the text, it does say that he's giving everything to his brother and that it's valid and there's nothing he can do about it. Sent or unsent doesn't change anything about the fact that it's still a valid will. So this was the Tech News Update for Friday, October 13th, 2017. You enjoy our videos? Please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.